sunnies on or what?
Whatever's good for you. Off is alright.
All good?
Yep.
Alrighty folks, welcome once again. Today is going to show you a few implements you can use for your power training. So today we're going to focus on implements where you can actually release the resistance or load you're using, which becomes a bit of a problem using weights to develop explosive power and or like your ballistic type training, where the load is, you know, around about 30% of your 1 RM. So for example, when you're doing like a snatch or a clean using a typical barbell exercise, a percentage of that end movement, especially through that triple extension involved in those lifts, you'll spend decelerating the weight. So with that quick explosive movement, you should easily be able to pop that up, but that top bit you'll obviously start slowing down to decelerate that weight. So by using different implements like medicine ball, so something nice and light, this is about 2 kilos, depending on your level, you know, anywhere from you know, something below 1, 2, 3, you know, 6 kilo medicine ball, something even heavier for guys and girls that are quite powerful, and it's too light, but generally something that will require some effort, but isn't going to be too heavy, so you can do that movement explosively and work on developing as much sort of power as possible with those percentages. So the benefit, as I already explained earlier, is that I'm actually going to be able to let go of this load, so there won't be a deceleration phase. So with, as you probably be able to see, when I go to sit back, like I was doing, like I was sort of setting up for like a clean, my stance will be a little bit wider to accommodate, obviously, that medicine ball, so slightly different, but we're focusing on that triple extension and really trying to be explosive through that movement. So with this, as I pop up and get that triple extension and throw the medicine ball, I haven't got to decelerate at any point. I can just purely pop it up and throw it behind me. So as you can see, I've set some cones up there. It'd be good to have somebody who can check your form while you're doing this movement, but the cones give you a bit of a measurement to see how you're going with the throw. So I'll just have another go. So make sure you warm up first. I've just did my warm up. So probably more so like a kettlebell swing. You could use kettlebells also for this type of training. So sitting back and then sliding backwards. So with that, you could probably do, say, 1 to 3 explosive reps. And also, if you want to incorporate some type of conditioning work in that as well, you could throw it, run up the medicine ball, take it back, and do it like that. So do a few reps of that as well if you want to incorporate some conditioning in that. But also show you some other implements you can use over here. So definitely, if you haven't got the money to go out and buy like, you know, $300, $400, $500 barbell, and you know, some bump plates, so you know, you haven't got to spare $800,000 to set yourself up with that type of training. You can use other implements as well. Definitely with the kegs, you could add some more weight to the kegs. Don't go too heavy, and you could use that in sort of like a snatch movement, or even like a clean and press, and that'll be challenging as well because the water sloshing around will be a different stimulus, and you can use that in those sort of lifts with increased load. So not so much with your ballistic type of training, but more like your get towards more like power sort of strength or maximal sort of power training as well, whichever terminology you like to use. So with the tyre, now these implements, they are a bit odd. Someone who's a bit shorter might have a bit of trouble with this, just with the clearance through the legs. And guys, you definitely don't want to whack yourself in the family jewels as you come down. That's a big no-no if you want to have kids. But same sort of setup. Just get set first. You won't be able to squat back as far. Make sure your back is in a neutral alignment. And you can simply just do the same movement, coming up with a triple extension and throwing it back. And hopefully that'll fall over sometime. So you can do the same type of thing. Run after it, come back. For some more conditioning work. And then you might have sort of seen this type of event in your typical strongman training, so your keg toss. I'd make sure I'd find an area where you can use it, because this will put dents in the ground. So make sure you're not putting dents in someone's lawn. So this will sit further out than a typical barbell or say the medicine ball, where I can put it between my legs. The load is going to sit further out, like so. So you're going to set up in similar, sort of like a clean position, just that you might be able to see I can't come back as far because of my feet. Otherwise you'll have to go more like a stance there. So setting up like that, off on the hips and shooting up and over. Well, the alternative is actually do it through the legs. So start there and fling it, or grip up here and fling it. But I'd advise, if you use the grip where you put your hands through here, be very careful and make sure you actually get your fingers out, because your fingers don't come out. Your fingers are just going to get twisted in here. So if I go to throw that and then my fingers don't get out, it's just going to twist my fingers. So not the safest implement to use, but it can be used as a means of training. So I'm just going to do that grip there. So it probably wasn't the best throw I've done in my life, but it gives you an example of some things you can use as well. So back over to the tyre. So not only can you use these implements in your triple extension, but also using it for rotational movements as well. So doing your rotational throws. So while I can use this to typical sort of anti-rotational core exercise in a cable machine or wood chop or something similar, I can actually use this, step out and throw as well. So you can go back and forth and use that for some more metabolic training and jack that heart rate up. So one more thing, I promise you. Only one more thing left. There's more. Come over here. Medicine balls are great. Now, if you find a wall, I've got some type of Loch Ness monster and I don't know, some Scotsman on that wall there, so you can use, so I might even use it, so I can use that graffiti as a target if I want to. So same thing, use as a chest press. So purely just sitting back. You can either pass it just from the chest, exploding from there, or if you want to incorporate more of a triple extension exercise, sit back and then explode into it And that works both for single arm exercises, we can throw it, and also before, like with the car tyre, I can use it for rotational exercises as well, especially for sports like baseball and such sports that require that rapid acceleration through that movement. So incorporate single arm throws. Great for people like MMA athletes as well. So just stepping into it. And use that as an all body exercise as well through that rotational movement. So there you have it, guys. Hope that helps. If you have any comments, just put them below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise I'm going to try to get out of the sun because it's really getting in my eyes. Alright guys, catch us next time. Bye.